Trump blockades Iran as China defies him. Vance walks to Madeira deal. ICE kidnaps a citizen, and Dershowitz schemes to erase impeachment history. Good morning. This is the Commonwealth Report, news for the public, not the powerful. You can follow us at commonwealthreport.news. Is Trump dragging America into World War III at the Strait of Hormuz? The U.S. is enforcing a naval blockade of all Iranian ports, and China is pushing back hard. Defense Minister Admiral Dong Jun warned Monday that Chinese ships will keep moving through the Strait of Hormuz, regardless of what Washington says. China has trade and energy agreements with Iran and expects others not to meddle. That's a direct message to the U.S. Navy. China imports roughly half its oil from the Persian Gulf. A sanctioned Chinese tanker has already transited the strait in defiance of the blockade. Iran is threatening to block Gulf state ports in retaliation. The International Energy Agency warns oil demand could fall 80,000 barrels a day while prices race toward $100 a barrel. This is what two nuclear-armed superpowers colliding over oil looks like in real time. Iran offered a deal. Trump walked away and chose war. Before the blockade, Iran offered to suspend its nuclear program for up to 5 years. Trump rejected it. J.D. Vance pushed for a 20-year freeze during marathon talks in Islamabad, the highest level U.S.-Iran negotiations in 47 years. Vance spent 21 hours on the ground there before walking out, saying Iran didn't move far enough. Trump's demands? Dismantle all enrichment facilities, hand over 400 kilos of near-bomb-grade uranium, cut off Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Houthis, and open the strait. Iran won't do it. The ceasefire is now in jeopardy. Britain refuses to join the blockade. France and the UK are organizing a multinational mission to restore shipping. When you're that close to a deal, why does Trump choose the bomb over the bargaining table? Did federal agents just kidnap an American citizen from his own home? That's what Ramsey County, Minnesota is calling it. ICE agents broke into the St. Paul home of Chongli Thao in January. He's a Hmong American man, a longtime U.S. citizen with no criminal record. All on video. Agents dragged him outside in his underwear in sub-freezing temperature, threw him in a car, and questioned him for over an hour. Then they realized their mistake and brought him home. County Attorney John Choi says the incident involves felonious kidnapping, illegal detainment, and false imprisonment. No probable cause, no warrant. The Department of Homeland Security insists ICE doesn't kidnap people, but the video says otherwise. Federal agents have refused to cooperate with the state investigators. When the government hauls any American from their home without cause, none of us are safe. United Airlines' CEO wants to build a monopoly in the sky. United Airlines CEO Scott Kirby has quietly pitched the Trump administration on merging United and American Airlines, creating the world's largest carrier. Together, they already control more than a third of the U.S. domestic market. Combined, they'd crush every competitor. Transportation Secretary and former reality TV star Sean Duffy said the government will look at it, but won't pre-commit, adding that any merged airline might need to shed some assets. Antitrust lawyers say this deal faces enormous hurdles, even under a business-friendly administration. Experts agree. Fewer airlines means higher fares, more fees, and fewer options for working Americans. This is monopoly capitalism in action. A CEO walks into the White House and asks permission to corner the market on American skies, and the administration is seriously entertaining the idea. Your tax bill just revealed who the government really works for. Happy tax day tomorrow. Here's what your money actually bought last year. The National Priorities Project found that the average American taxpayer paid $4,000.49 for war and weapons in 2025. Pentagon contractors, military salaries, nuclear weapons, and foreign military aid, including weapons used in attacks on Gaza, Lebanon, and Iran. Compare that to only $2,492 for Medicaid, $124 for school lunches, and just $16 for home heating assistance. Those figures don't include this year's war on Iran, which could add another $130 per taxpayer and climbing. Trump is asking Congress for $1.5 trillion in military spending next year. More than half of Americans can't afford basic necessities. The government shakes us down for endless war while kids go hungry and families struggle to keep the lights on. Will Trump wipe away his impeachment? He's getting help from Epstein's lawyer. Trump is publicly praising the idea of expunging his 2019 impeachment from the record. He's calling the man who proposed it one of the greats. That man is Alan Dershowitz, the Harvard law professor who defended Jeffrey Epstein and helped negotiate the sweetheart deal that kept a serial sex offender out of federal prison. Dershowitz says Trump could go to Chief Justice John Roberts or Congress to reverse the impeachment, arguing that the key whistleblower had a potential bias, gave hearsay testimony, and made false statements. This is something that's never been done. Legal scholars say it can't be done, but Trump is lavishing praise on the idea anyway. When a sitting president tries to erase his own impeachment with help from Epstein's lawyer, authoritarianism isn't approaching, it's already here. And that's the way it is today, Tuesday, April 14th, 2026. I'm Thom Hartmann.